Welcome back to another Film Geek movie review. Today, after the old day job, I am off to check out the new animated film, Mars Express. So what is the story of this film? Well, it tells the story of a human and an android who are solving a murder mystery. This film looks like it has a very film noir cyberpunk kind of vibe to it. It's an animated film that comes to us all the way from France, and I am really excited to check this movie out. So you know what? It's enough of me sitting here jibber-jabbing on. It is time for me to get out the door because I gotta get to work for one, and then I'm off to see Mars Express. Welcome back. Just getting home, and guys, I really enjoyed this movie. I really did. I love this film. In fact, I am 100% positive this film is going to show up on my top 10 list by the end of the year, because, you know, I'm in control of that list. So let's get this started, shall we? We're going to get things started with, well, I wouldn't say negatives, but I will say that we're going to end this with positives to end the video on the ever so important high note. Alright, so this is more of a just to kind of let you know type thing. If you're someone who watches the trailer of this film and you're expecting more of an action-oriented sci-fi kind of animated film, not so much. This movie is more of a slow burn investigation film that really dives into the world, the storytelling, and the world building. There is action, don't get me wrong, but if you're someone who is more into the action element of films like this, there might not be a lot here for you, but then again, I'm not saying don't see this movie. I'm just more or less letting you know that it's a lot more story-driven than action-driven. So let's get this started, shall we? Let's get into the positives. The first thing I want to talk about is the voice acting. Now, I did see the US dub version. Not 100% sure if it was United States actors or not. They sounded like they were from the States. Could have been Canada, who knows. But anywho, they were great. The voice acting was very solid in this film. It was very well done. I felt the characters were very deep and very well fleshed out. The characters in this film it's very dependent on the characters, actually. And they do a really good job of fleshing out these characters and fleshing out the world that these characters live in at the same time. So one of those films that it doesn't hold your hand. It does world building as the film progresses. You learn how everything works there just on the fly. So pay attention when you're watching this film. Animation style is gorgeous, by the way. It's not like a super detailed when it comes to the character models, but with the backgrounds and all, just gorgeously detailed, beautifully colored, and everything feels like a real organic world, even though it's animated. This film is also 2D hand-drawn animation, which, yes, I love seeing that. I never thought that I would get to a point in my life where I wasn't seeing like 2D hand-drawn animation on the big screen, but here we are. Not that I don't like CGI, it's just a breath of fresh air every now and then to see something like this on the big screen. That's why I love seeing anime so much on the big screen. It's one of the last of the hand-drawn genres out there. And that's what I loved about this film too. There is some moments where it looked like there was some CGI animation, but it's not bad. It blends in beautifully. Like I said, the animation is extremely well done. Voice acting on point, animation on point, the story itself is amazing. All in all, guys, this is an extremely well-made, well-put-together film that comes from I think, first-time director Jeremy, let me try to get this right, Jeremy Perrin. I believe that's correct. Sorry for my terrible United States tongue. I apologize. But you made a great film. This movie is extremely well made. It was written, directed by Jeremy. Very good job. This is a solid film to get out there, see it in theaters, and support at your local cinema. Let's try to keep this movie around because this film is so good. It deserves to be put up there on the shelf with films like Blade Runner and Ghost in the Shell. It's that good and that well made. Alright guys, thanks again for checking out the Film Geek. If you liked what you saw here today, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, ring that bell for notifications, and give me the old thumbs up so I know you like what you're seeing. And if there's one more thing you can do, folks, that is keep watching movies. You know I'm gonna.